Hello, welcome to another episode of Holly D Live. I'm Holly D. It's been a while. How's everybody been doing? I hope you've been doing okay. Tonight I want to talk about, even if it's for 5 minutes, I just want to get these podcasts out here because, I got an opportunity with, a company. But anyway, I want to talk about, like, the effects of generational stuff. And I'm here with a friend of mine, but we're going to call him Anonymous because, that's just the way it is. And you guys know how I do them. So no cities, no state, that's just how it is. But I want to talk about generational, like how generations can kind of hurt you over the years and like in family. And how I've noticed a pattern over the years with everyone, what lengths people will go to not disappoint your fucking family. Like your blood. I'm just talking about your blood. They might just be your blood and not your family at all. You know what I'm saying? Family is somebody you can come to, that you can talk to, and they won't judge and they won't say anything. Like they want the best for you. They embrace everything you are. They give positivity. They're good in your life. Blood to me is just like shit. Judge me one more time. Hit me baby one more time, me and quote unquote Anonymous were talking earlier about, just a couple minutes ago, about how people won't take responsibility for their actions. And that can be no more true when it comes to family. Like, for example, so-and-so made me do this and that. You do that usually when you're talking to your dad, your mom, your aunt, your cousin, whatever your situation is. Because you don't want them to come down on you like a motherfucking hammer, like the old school traditional, people did. You don't want to be considered lazy. You care so much about what they think. They don't believe in depression or any mental conditions whatsoever. They're in denial. I think it's a generation of denial. That's just my own personal, opinion about it. Because, shit simmers, guys. Shit just simmers, and hold on just a sec. We'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Well, this is Holly D Live, and I just keep them as is, so, that's what I was talking about. Shit simmers. From what I've learned, over the past couple of years, things I've gone through and stuff, so many things, the way you operate, the way you handle stress, the way you look at life, the way that, it all boils down to childhood, man. It really does. Whether you had a good childhood or a bad childhood, or even if you had a good one, but there were things that I did not realize, I was even doing, but they were genetic. And just letting you know, that cycle can be broken. But yeah, I mean, people let shit simmer and simmer and simmer because they don't deal with shit. And then they blow up one day and boil. And it's sad, dude, because there's help out there. I will always encourage mental health. And it's not about pills and getting on medication and whatnot. Sometimes you don't need it, but sometimes you just need shit just for a little while. Talk through it, dude. There is no shame in saying you need help. It's not a sign of fucking weakness. There's help out there for a reason, because we all need help sometimes, We can't do everything on our own. And if we did do everything on our own and held all those burdens, it's too stressful. It would just be, we'd all be the same, miserable people. But yeah, I wish the best for everyone. So fucking, if you need help, or get help. Like, go to fucking therapy. Don't even tell anybody if you're ashamed about it or what the fuck ever. But everybody worries about what everybody thinks. What are they gonna think when fucking they're gonna make fun of me if I'm going to therapy? Or like on the man tip, dude. Like, I'll talk about that another time. The man and the woman mentora, and the misogyny in this world, and the stereotyping, and the fucking, oh god. And it's just, I don't care if you're a man or a woman or not. A person is a fucking person. But yeah, just, fuck it, I'm gonna talk about it. Dude, it pisses me off, some of it. Sometimes it does. We've grown up on, from where I am, where I live, a lot of our relatives grew up in the country. And a man does one thing and a woman does another. Well, I'm a black sheep, and I'm gay. And I am nothing like my parents, or like anybody would, I don't know. It's hard to put into words. But I'm nothing like my family. I am my own person, and it does get lonely sometimes, and I do feel left out a lot and stuff, but why do I want to be like them? And that's the question you gotta ask yourself. Like, if you have a bigot family or a judgmental family, like, on the men and women tip, like, are they miserable people or are they happy people? Are they a miserable person to me is somebody, who's miserable, like, and most people just, there's two types of people in my opinion. Like in the Titanic, there's the motherfucker, there's Jack, right, who saves Rose, who lifts you up, people who lift you up. And then there's the other dude in the Titanic movie that pushed her down underneath the water so he could live. People are either going to fuck you up or they're going to fuck you out, Like, but yeah, on the men and women tip, man, like, men are supposed to do this, and that's not made for a woman, and that's not made for a man, and blah, 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 and I shouldn't. It's all about ego and pride. That's what that boils down to, man. And stubbornness, which I have, we all have our shit. But those traits, even if they are genetic, that cycle can be fucking broken, dude. The jealousy, the fucking, the manipulation. And some people don't even realize they're doing it. And those were all traits I had, dude. Like, I had horrible jealousy, dude. It was bad. Over nothing. And I realized that my mom had it. And I realized that my dad had it. And I realized that, like, my dad, he's a great man, but he has a lot of pride. And knowing that men in general, and I don't even like to say men because but it's a stereotype of some sorts. They bring home the bacon, they fucking do this and that, they support financially, whatever, they don't cry, this is just where I'm from. They don't cry, they don't show signs of weakness, because that's quote unquote pussy shit. They treat, some men treat women, no, I correct myself. Most men will treat women like objects. It doesn't matter where they're from. As far as, the only thing I'm going to tell you is I live in the United States. Okay, as far as the United States goes, of all the people I've been with, and most of them are men, and that's a lot, not gonna lie, Uh, you know, maybe 70% of them have treated me like a fucking whore. You know, they love having that power, that motherfucking, I got this shit and then I'm gonna fuck you and leave you alone. Well, guess what, bro? I'm gonna fuck you and punch you and leave you alone. Because that's how I operate. When it comes to, other people, I'll be cool with you and stuff, but man, if I don't deserve to be treated that way, I'll give you what you're giving me. You know what I'm saying? I don't tolerate that. I have no tolerance. You want to treat me like that? That's cool. I've allowed that to go down on many occasions, dude, just in my own personal life. I'm not going to dive into that because that's just too much. But, I don't know. I got a lot of conviction about that. Women can be intelligent. Women should not be treated like objects. And like have somebody spit on you, piss on you, and see how you like it. Does it feel good? No, man. Maybe in Brazil it does. But maybe in Brazil. But only in Brazil, man. Sorry, that's a porn reference. But anyway, yeah, there are men that treat women like objects. They like that power. They love, they like to get sorry, there are children on the other door and they're still up, so I'm trying not to be too loud with this shit, but yeah, they love getting their dick sucked, man. They do. They love pulling the hair and they love punching the head, and some chicks love it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like sometimes I've loved doing the deed. Absolutely. It's cool if you have a connection with someone and they appreciate you and you appreciate them back, and it's all about respect. But when they're just like demeaning you and then they're doing it and whatnot, like, that's just bullshit. I've always said what's on my mind. Like, one time I was, doing the deed, getting a little hot and heavy with a guy, and I went down there and was trying to do the deed. I said, no, bro. He said, why? And I told him why. And he didn't want to hear it because of that pride and that ego and shit like that. So he blew up on me and hit, and tried to hit me and all this stuff. But that didn't go down. I made fun of him and ran away in my car. But yeah, I said, dude, your dick tastes like shit. And he didn't like that too much. But you see, like, if people, I usually don't fight fire with fire, but if it's necessary, if it's total blatant disrespect when they've done nothing to you, I don't believe in that shit. And it could be in any type of situation, man on man, woman on woman, fucking, I'm not going to get into, gender queers, transsexual, whatever the situation may be, whatever sex you identify with. But, a person disrespecting another person, a person treating another person like, an object that's just to be used. And, just like in American Psycho, I watched that yesterday. A couple of guys, they're misogynist fucks. There's no chicks. They said there's no chicks with good personalities, and like no girls. And the only girls that are intelligent or halfway fucking decent or what the fuck ever are ugly chicks, is what they said. And they said there's pretty much they said the perfect girl would be the girl that would, have sex with you and otherwise keep her motherfucking dumb mouth shut. Now, yeah, most, there are many women out there who do that, and it's sad. But for me, just in my personal life, I don't keep my motherfucking mouth shut. I say what I got to say, and I do what I got to do. Because nobody, especially a motherfucking, it doesn't matter who it is, a man, a motherfucking god and goddess, dude, is gonna tell me how to live my fucking life. Because nothing past this world is determined to be is determined fact. We don't know where we're going. What if this life is all we have, dude? And if this life is all we have, I'm going to live it the fuck up. And then I'll deal with, if it's karma or whatever. I try to do right by people. I care about my people. I am good to them. I respect them. I love them. So, do I have a lot of bad coming? Yeah, maybe a little bit for mistakes and stupid shit I've done and made. But I've never done anything to maliciously hurt people because just like I talked about at the beginning of this podcast, I wasn't raised that way. It all comes back to childhood, bro. I really, really believe in this because, it's just so important, and I just wanted somebody to know, like, if that could help them in any way. When you hear the word childhood, most people cringe because the reality of life is that life is reality, I mean, not everything's a perfect picture, and not everybody gets good childhoods. They don't. But most of the time, abuse, substance use, everything like that stems from someone who does not deal with their shit. Whatever the answer is, deal with it. You gotta talk about it, man. And whether you're a man or woman or whatever, not talking about it, that's cool. You can have your pride, but pride will motherfucking kill a sinner. And ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is shit. That's what I've learned over the years. Like, people who are ignorant of for example, like, drug addicts and stuff. It's judgmental of them. Well, one day, somebody's gonna knock you off your motherfucking pedestal. And maybe not. Maybe you'll live your whole life like that, putting your fucking snotty ass nose up against drug addicts and people that you don't understand, and why can they live like that, and I'm never gonna be that way. That's because society tells you that you have to live that way. Do you have to have a white picket fence? And the dream job and the 3 kids. So this is what I'm supposed to do with my life. It's all written out, right? To whoever's out there. And I'm being a smartass right now, but I got to get it out. So I go to school. I don't deal with my shit for maybe 25 years. I'm a young adult. I do a bunch of shit that fucks up. I try to go to college. I go to college. Then I get married to somebody who I probably have no connection with. Or if I do have a connection with and they're one of my soulmates, then, which is very rare, then we get married and have the banner fucking wedding and the honeymoon and whatnot. Then you stop school and then become a mother, as just from a female standpoint, and have kids, and then raise your kids. Then you have a midlife crisis. Then after the midlife crisis, you go into your senior days, and then you fucking die. That is not the way I'm going to live my fucking life. And I don't disrespect anybody that genuinely loves to be a mother, or did do that. But society blueprints it like it's what everybody has to do. And I don't like that. I think that's bullshit. I think anybody's capable of anything, and it's all because of what other people say, and they're scared of what their family's gonna think, and what is their family gonna say, in Thanksgiving and whatnot, and what is it's all people judging people, man, for what they don't fucking understand. You're not in my shoes, you don't know. You don't know what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what mental conditions I have, what physical conditions, and what's worse, a judgmental motherfucker, they don't care. And they don't care about you. So whoever judges you, just they don't give a fuck. Yeah, y'all can think you're better than me because you're richer and because some people think they're better than other people because they judge success by money. And They judge success by how many kids they have. Or how, they judge success by how big their house is and how many fucking cars they have. And how many fucking, okay, life's gonna get you, bro. Whether it's in this life or the next life, life will get you. Like, I mean, yeah, bow down before the ones you serve. You're going to get what you deserve. And we all get our karma. And if you don't believe in karma, that's cool too. But really, we all get what's coming to us. And if you've lived more than, 30 years on this earth, you start to realize that it's what you give, it's not what you get. And it's not how many, your worth, I think, is your worth to people, not your worth to money, not your worth to popularity, not your worth to your reputation that's just golden fucking blue. I was just talking to quote unquote anonymous, my anonymous friend, about this earlier. Infamous equals bad reputation. I think that's what it means. Having a bad reputation, if you look it up on Google. I have had a bad reputation since I was 15. I don't plan on changing that. I don't care. And you know what? I've had the best life. Even though I've made a shitload of mistakes, I don't live with regret. Even if some people out there, quote unquote, my ex fucking girlfriends, think I should, y'all can fuck off, dude. Because I'm feeling a certain type of way about that, but I'm not going to talk about that on a podcast. But anyway, yeah, you can fuck off with that. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. And if you don't know who you are, go find out. Because when you don't know who you are, every decision that you make is going to make you more and more miserable. Because you don't know where you're going if you don't know who you are. It's fucking... I'm just learning that it's the cycle of life, In everyone... Some people get in relationships too. I just want to touch on this real quick and then I'm checking off. Some people get in relationships too, expecting that relationship to complete them. Well, I've learned and I got news. It's never going to complete you. You're the only one that's going to complete yourself. You have to completely accept and completely come to terms with who you are as a person. And everything that you've been through. And there is some shit that's hard to live with. That people have experienced. Trauma, all that shit. But if you deal with it, your life will be better. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, another person is not going to tell you who you are. You have to find that out for yourself in life. You have to know what you like to eat and what you don't like to eat. What you like, not what they like. What kind of example do you want to be for your children? What kind of things do you like to do for hobbies? What is your passion? What's your gift? What are you supposed to do on this earth? Our purpose is to heighten humanity, not to squander it. And some people miss out on their true purpose because they're lonely and then they get caught up in their feelings and then they're in a relationship, even if they want the relationship, but they feel half empty all the time. And it's sad. The only thing that's going to fill you up, man, is your self-worth. And if you don't know it, you got to go find it. And that's all I got today. Thank you so much. What did I do? 25 minutes? Hell yeah. Thank you so much for listening in. I appreciate Anonymous being with me. Even though he's not in the room at the time, but he was here for moral support. So I want to shout out to him as well. And I hope you guys are good. I hope you're well. I love you very much. And peace out till next time.